Welcome to Search for Mighty Max. This is the show where me and my brother search for, find, and talk about toys. Today I was watching the finale of Season 4 of Ninja Turtles from the 2012 series. There's another season. Season 5 has some extra adventures and things, but Season 4 is like where the main story ends. So I was watching that today, finished that off, and it was not quite what I expected, but it was still really cool. So I have a couple Ninja Turtle things, and I figured I would start off showing those. Got a Ninja Turtles popcorn bucket here. Gonna go over some toys, and it's gonna be a really good episode. What? What? Hey! What? Spider-Man? When did you get here? I kind of needed that. I was gonna do like a thing and like talk about some of the toys from Ninja Turtles. Oh, you have... Spider-Man knows that I have some Spider-Man action figures. So I'm guessing you want me to do those first? Is that what's happening? Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. So how am I supposed to do it? I don't have... Oh. You have something that I can maybe use? Because I was going to use the bucket and do that. You have another bucket? All right, let me see it. All right. Oh. Okay, cool. Thanks. I guess. So I got another bucket here, apparently. I was going to do Ninja Turtles first, but I got to do Spider-Man first. So I'll show the Ninja Turtle stuff later. So here's a bucket from Madam Web that came out on Valentine's Day this year. Kind of an interesting movie. Didn't think I'd be seeing a movie from kind of a side character as the main character like that. But I went and saw it. I thought it was cool. I dragged my girlfriend along with me. I was like, it's Valentine's Day. We should go do something fun and go see a Spider-Man movie, yeah? Which maybe that was their marketing ploy and I fell right into it. I don't know. But I didn't hate it. I know that the movie didn't get very good reviews, and that's whatever. I still had a good time. I didn't know any of the actresses from anything from before, but Adam Scott was in it. He played Uncle Ben. He did a really good job because he's a really good actor. So I thought he did amazing. So I guess I'm going to pull out some stuff from this Madam Web bucket. And the first thing that I got, naturally, is this one. Boom. So we got a Madam Web action figure from the 90s Spider-Man TV series, this is how I remember her looking. And she was kind of modeled after the first appearance in the comic books or the earlier appearances, which is perfect. So Sneak Attack is a series in the Spider-Man animated series. So it's a toy series, and Flip and Trap is like a sub-series of that, and this is Madam Web. So she's got like her cool chair, she's wearing her long red dress, she's got those rad red glasses and some kind of jumping spider thing going on here. I couldn't really find this one loose, and you know how it goes with all the little pieces, so it was just easier to get it carded. And I don't have a lot of carded figures, and that seemed like one, like, you know what, that might be a cool one to get carded. So I got the Madam Web carded figure. Let's see what else we got in here. Let's see. So I got this one as well, which is also a Sneak Attack one. But the sub-series is Bug Busters. This action figure this character is called Silver Sable. I thought that'd be a pretty cool one as well. I didn't have her. Once again, like another one I can't really find loose, so I just figured, all right, well, it's not that much to get like carded. I might as well just do it. It's like brand new in there, looks good, right? So there we go, Silver Sable. See what else we got in this endless bucket of Spider-Man fun. What is this? We got some games on the PS3. So it fits into the P1 push start theme of this episode. These are both for the PS3. This one was actually first. Shattered Dimensions. You get to play as Spider-Man 2099, regular Spider-Man, Spider-Man Noir, and then a black suit Spider-Man, or Symbiote Spider-Man. Symbiote Spider-Man, because he's got the symbiote. And then Edge of Time was kind of like this time travel-y kind of thing with this modern Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2099. It was a sequel. Both of these games were amazing. This one was kind of short. I think that's kind of what reviews say on this game too, but it's super good. Like, you just want to keep playing it until it's done. And this one was cool because you can switch between the 4 different Spider-Man throughout the game. And there's different levels for each one, and they're kind of different. Like, Noir is all kind of sneaky. 2099 is all in, sci-fi, kind of in the future. Looks super cool. And then the symbiote one had like lots of enemies, right? Because you could use a symbiote to kick a lot of ass. So these games were freaking dope, man. So I borrowed my bro's PS3 because I don't have one. So thanks, bro. And then I was able to pick up these games and play them because I hadn't played any Spider-Man games. And I saw the reviews on these and I was like, dude, what are those freaking games? They look so cool. But they're really good. And who makes these? I don't know. Published by Activision? No. Who? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Whoever made these, thank you. Good job. See what else we got in here. Okay, so this is one I've been kind of putting off for a while. It's the Hobgoblin. I like the Green Goblin. He's cool. And in the animated series, the Hobgoblin actually appears first. I don't know if there's like a licensing problem, or I don't know what they were thinking. But, Hobgoblin's cool in his own way. I think I said in an earlier episode. He's his own separate character. So I finally picked up a Hobgoblin. And he needs to go into his glider and stop being a little bitch. Okay, cool. Then I found the Green Goblin. I already had him. Interestingly enough, I think he's one of the first ones I got. I think I got him at the swap meet with my bro. Hopefully he can remember if this was one of them. I think it was this one and Dr. Octopus. And they were carded, and you know me, I opened them up because it's just one of the things that I do. And yep, we got one more in here. So this was actually the first Hobgoblin I got. It's like a variant, and I've only seen this one as like 10-inch size, like the deluxe or whatever. And even then it looked kind of different. So when this popped up, I was like, what? I don't have that listed in my list, and I've never seen it. And I think it's only the deluxe paint job. Like, what the heck? So this is kind of my Goblin collection, I guess. The Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, and then the Hobgoblin variant. Yeah, so that's my little Goblin collection. And it looks like we have some more stuff in here. So let's just keep going. So let's see, we got come out of there. So check this out. This is what I would call the Ghostbuster Spider-Man, because he's got this cool gun and everything, and this little symbiote that comes out of here. So creepy looking, dude. Little alien. So I call it Ghostbuster Spider-Man because it looks like it's one of those little ghost trapper things. But I think it's called the anti-symbiote Spider-Man. Am I going to be able to get this guy to stand up? Probably not, because he doesn't have a cool glider. All right, let's see. This is Spider Carnage, which is in the last episodes of the Spider-Man animated series. He was the main bad guy. It's Peter Parker as Carnage, right? So Spider-Man is Carnage, Spider Carnage. Crazy villain for the show. And comes with this creepy little hairy spider guy. Because it was part of like the Venom. What series? I have some notes over here. Along Came a Spider. That's what this series is. It's Spider Carnage. And then you might recognize this next one, but you don't have it, but you will recognize it because it's a big boy. So you got the Madness, which is from Planet of the Symbiotes. Is that the one? Yep. So Planet of the Symbiotes, the Madness. This is the green variant. And this was actually how I picked these up. All these kind of symbiote ones, the Madness, the Ghostbuster Spider-Man, and Spider Carnage. This guy was selling this one, and I said, oh crap, I've seen I've seen that variant listed, but I've never seen it in real life, right? So I thought, oh crap, I got to pick that bad boy up. Super good condition. All these were actually really, really good condition. Pretty decent price. He listed a bunch of stuff all at once, and I said, let me pick all the stuff that I want before somebody scoops it up. And it comes with this little goopy alien fool and this egg thing. So always nice when it's like complete, right? Especially with all these little pieces and side things that kids will lose. So got that weird egg thing. Stupid alien egg. Wait, what is it? It's not an egg. It's like his face. So the madness, the green variant. So I don't have the normal one, but you do. So cool. We can check that off the list. Yeah, the green variant looks super cool. So I was like, dude, I gotta pick that up. That looks awesome. So let's see. I got some other stuff in here. I know this bucket is, it looks like it's small, but it's actually very large. It's like the Mary Poppins purse that she has. I can just keep pulling more and more stuff out of here. As far as you know. Oh my fucking god, are you fucking serious, dude? I'm surprised any of these episodes get done, because this shit is impossible. Put these in here. You can kind of see them, but whatever. I guess it's fine. So here we got some comic books for Renew Your Vows, which, hold on one second. I did not do that right. Let's redo that. In there. All right, so let's get in here. Got this. Oh, I need some room. Let's move these guys down. I can actually put some more stuff. Never mind what's going on down here, because it's a mess. All right, Renew Your Vows. The Marvel Legends stuff. They don't really get me all that often, but they did get me for this because I wanted this 2-pack. The Spider-Man's a cool figure. The Mary Jane figure, a spinneret, is super cool. And the reason that I got these is because of this comic book series, Renew Your Vows. There's an original story, and then this is kind of like a continuation of that. I don't have the first one, but the first one explains like how Mary Jane can have powers through Spider-Man. So she's like kind of leeching his powers a bit so she can kind of help him out, which is really interesting, creates a new kind of dynamic. And they have a kid in it, which is kind of interesting because in the comics it's like, Peter Parker and Mary Jane having a kid? No, we're not going to do that because blah, blah, blah. But in this miniseries, they finally advanced the story, advanced the plot a bit, and now he has a family. Now he's trying to kind of sort that out. And she's got powers, and it's unfortunate, and I think I said this when I first showed this pack, that they don't have her in there, because that would have been really interesting. But at least they made these 2 figures, I guess. And here's the stories, the comic books for it. This one was really hard to find for a decent price, or even just hard to find. Hard to find, definitely hard to find for a decent price, but I ended up finding it. It was okay price. And this is the story where Mary Jane actually takes on the Venom symbiote, because now she has kind of some powers and she wants to have more power to help, protect Peter and blah, blah, blah. So that was a really interesting story. And it's that type of stuff that's like always interesting with Spider-Man. There's so many different stories, and like you can pick and choose whatever ones you find interesting. And I always kind of tend to find these kind of offshoot stories that kind of engage me. And this was one, and Marvel Legends made some action figures for it. I don't think they're super popular. I don't even think that was like this was very expensive. I actually found it at a local event, and I just paid cash, whatever it was, $50 maybe, and picked it up. So I'm glad to have that. So Marvel Legends did get me for one other thing, and I'll show you that here. We also got it in this never-ending bucket. So those totally weren't in the bucket before. They just popped up and appeared. Here's the first one. So this is a 2-pack with the VHS version. VHS box is what I should say. It's got Mary Jane Watson and the Green Goblin in there. And these are going to be the Marvel Legends style, but they're like retro style. And then the other one, obviously, that I had to get was with Peter Parker. It's a little unfortunate that it comes with Smythe, because that's not really like one of my favorite characters at all. But I wanted to get Peter Parker to have with Mary Jane to pair up with the Spider-Man and the Spinneret from this set to be kind of, okay, this is a complete kind of thing for me. I'm not trying to get any other Marvel Legends, not really a fan, but they got me with that one, and they got me with these individual 2-packs because I don't see a lot of like Mary Jane and Peter Parker figures that look, you know, really good compared to like the show. But, you know, with the modeling and everything, I was like, yeah, that's totally Mary Jane and that's totally Peter Parker. They're wearing the same clothing that they would, you know, as their counterparts in the show. So I bought the first one with Mary Jane, and then I got surprised by my girlfriend. She picked up this one because she knew I was looking at it. So now I have both, and they're super cool. Let's make a little space to show these off. There's the back of those, so you can see the 2 figures with their counterpart, other figures with Smythe and Green Goblin. And spin these over. Maybe at the end I can pull the figures out and show them in as a close-up shot when I do like all the stuff as one. But for now, here they are on their boxes. And it's kind of that weird packaging. They kind of like, I don't know what happened with the industry or the toy industry or Marvel Legends, or I don't really know even what I'm talking about right now. But the packages are different, where there's like no plastic. So when I open it up, it's like cardboard with some kind of plasticky, but not plastic, bags to put like the toys in. So it's, I don't know, it's supposed to be like going green or something. I'm not really sure. It's a little weird. But for these ones, these actually look pretty good in their boxes. So they're good as is. So I'm gonna put these down here in the mess down below that I'll pick up later. And I do have a couple other random things that definitely don't fit in this bucket. So I'm gonna set this down for a second and show you those kind of miscellaneous kind of random things that I got. So give me a second. All right, I'm back from my second. Okay, first thing I wanted to show is this. Actually found it in a local shop hanging up, and I was like, dude, that's pretty rad. I was kind of like walking past it, and if I remember from the Pokemon lenticular, like you should be able to see this. So it switches from Spider-Man looking all cool to like a little bit symbiote and then all symbiote. So freaking rad. Like lenticulars, I don't know, man. Like I like them. They're so interesting to me as like a art piece. So that's the symbiote Spider-Man lenticular. I also had these 2 magazines. Let's see. I don't remember which one, when these are published. I feel like I got them really close by. It says October 2022 and March 2022. So I actually got this one first. Wow, and the back has the anyone can wear the mask from the Into the Spider-Verse movie. That's pretty rad. So this is Tom Holland Spider-Man from the MCU, and then Andrew Garfield Spider-Man from the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I don't have a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man magazine. I did not go online to get these. I just kind of was at the grocery store and I was like, rad, I'm going to buy that Spider-Man magazine. That's cool. So I like their whips that they have going on. That's super cool to me. I don't have Tobey Maguire, but I do have this to have kind of a third thwip. I used to have this book. I got rid of it because I'm an idiot. And this is written by Tom DeFalco. It's the ultimate guide to Spider-Man. It has everything about, you know, all the different villains and, oh, look at that, straight open to a splash page. Rad. So it's got a bunch about oh my God, another splash page. Look at that. So, oh, and Cosmic Spider-Man. Wow, I'm just on a roll today. Cosmic Spider-Man. So cool. So it's just a book about all the villains, all the stories, ultimate guide. 3 thwips just to make it super cool. And I think that, yeah, those are just kind of the miscellaneous things that I had that I wanted to show while I'm showing everything that I haven't shown yet. So all the stuff that I have on the floor now, went through kind of this random stuff. I think that's all the Spider-Man stuff that I have that I can show. So maybe I can go back to the Ninja Turtle stuff. Like, are you gonna give me back my Ninja Turtles bucket or what? Oh no. I think Spider-Man knows that I have some more Spider-Man stuff that I got at the recent toy fair. Is that what's going on? All right, so that's what's going on. So apparently, I'm gonna have to go through all the Spider-Man stuff that I actually got at the toy fair as well before I can go to anything else. So let's just keep going through the Spider-Man stuff. Clear off this. I thought I was going to be able to go back and do some other stuff, but apparently it's mostly a Spider-Man day. So I'll get my bucket ready, see what else is in here, this endless bucket of Spider-Man stuff. I just keep pulling out more and more things because it's real. It's a real endless bucket of Spider-Man stuff. There's no magic or anything going on here. No editing. I just keep, it's just full of stuff. So let's just keep going through everything that's in here. Yep, we got more stuff in there. All right, first thing I see is Spider-Girl. So I had to look through the whole Toy Biz catalog to find a couple random Spider-Man stuff that wasn't in the Spider-Man animated series, but they still look cool and they're made by Toy Biz. So check my mic because I want to make sure it's working. So Spider-Girl, it's from the first appearances series, and I don't remember what else is in there. I think that might have been the only Spider-Man one that was in there, but yeah, that looks pretty cool. Molded a little bit differently, a little bit more modern, but I thought that'd be cool because there's not, like, I don't have a lot of the Spider-Women. Actually, do I? I think I do have 1, 2, I have 3 now. Is that all of them? Now I have all of them. So there's the Spider-Women, or Spider-Girl, part of the Spider-Women. Talking about women action figures, here's also a, her name's Scream from is Planet of the Symbiotes. I should just say that every time. Planet of the Symbiote. If it's a symbiote thing, probably Planet of the Symbiotes. So these were all from, some lady was selling a bunch of stuff. There was some Spider-Man stuff and some Skybolt toy stuff and some other random stuff that I was like, man, this guy has like everything that I like to collect. And it was actually his wife that was selling the stuff, and the daughter was there too. The guy had passed away. I mean, it's sad, but it's like, okay, well, here's this collection of stuff, and you know, I was making a deal with her, and you know, hearing about him and the stuff that he collected, and he kept it in really good condition, and it was great. So it's good to be, you know, able to kind of talk to someone who, you know, kind of knows the stuff. And she was like, yeah, he had all these different stuff. And it was like, okay, well, now you're here trying to, you know, pass it on to somebody else who might appreciate it. And I definitely do. And she struck up a deal with me. And I got those 2 along with Electroshock Spider-Man. So don't know if I'm going to be able to. Maybe you can see that. Let's take off his little mask thing. So I saw this guy at another toy fair, and I was like, man, that's pretty rad. But I didn't pick it up because I thought the electroshock series was kind of lame. But he kind of does like an electricity thing. Pull the thing, and it lights up. So that's electroshock Spider-Man. This is a Black Jacket Peter Parker from a Scarecrow set. Spider and the Scare and the Crow? What is it called? Spider and the Scarecrow. So he's got a black jacket. Yeah, that's what it's called. Black Jacket Peter Parker. So I knew that that was kind of a rare figure that came in another pack that I'm not really interested in getting. Like I said before, like I like Peter Parker and I like Mary Jane figures. They just didn't make like a lot of them, and they're not always available. Like I don't find them. So I saw that one and I was like, heck yeah. Here we got a Vulture. There's another Vulture figure that I don't have. This one's a more modern one, and he's actually old Vulture instead of young Vulture. The other one is a young Vulture figure, and this is the old one, which that's kind of what I wanted. I'm like, he's supposed to be an old dude. Like, where's that old dude at? And check out this one. This is Vampire Spider-Man. Which series was that called? Vampire Wars. So that one's kind of a rare figure too. So I just kind of went through everything that was there and kind of, you know, grabbed some ones that I don't have that I know are kind of rare that I'm probably not going to find anywhere else to strike up a good deal. And then from another seller, I found this guy. Found the Punisher. And I was like, dude, the Punisher's rad. And for whatever reason, I don't have a lot of the figures that have like their actual face instead of like a masked face or something like that. So I was like, dude, I gotta get that Punisher. This guy looks freaking awesome. I do have a variant in the Monster Mayhem pack, but this is just regular old Punisher with the black suit. And I actually got some other figures with that, which are in this bucket as well. So I got the Punisher with a couple other figures. From a different seller. So I ended up picking up this Wolverine and this Sabretooth. X-Men. X-Men ain't Spider-Man. What's going on here? What do you think about that? Yeah, no, I feel the same way. I'm like, nah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to start getting some Toy Biz Wolverine stuff or any other X-Men characters. But it was a good deal. I got all three for like $10. So I was like, yeah, I'll grab a couple other figures, I guess. And I knew that Punisher one was kind of rare, kind of desired by people. And then I went back to the other seller that I got these other ones from, and I found like a better Wolverine. Like they're both Battle Ravage Wolverine, but this one's like in space or something. And this one's just kind of the normal suit. So I ended up getting both of those, and I didn't even realize that I had got like a variant until I got home, and I was like, wait a minute, those are the same toy mold. What the heck? So I got these couple X-Men figures, which I'm like, why did I do that? And that I feel like that's because I mentioned to you earlier, I was like at the toy fair, I was open, and I was like, I want to find some stuff, and I don't really know what I'm looking for. And that kind of put me in a place where I was open to other things that I probably shouldn't have got. So X-Men is one of them. I'm not an X-Men action figure collector. Punisher kind of was, he appears in the Spider-Man animated universe, and I was like, so did the X-Men, so like, let's maybe entertain the idea. And then I ended up getting another X-Men figure. So I'm gonna grab it in the bucket here. So I got this Storm figure. It was $5. It was actually carded, and then I opened it because that's what I do. It's from the Water Wars, and so you know I like the Spider-Man ones that are web splashers. So I figured why not get some X-Men Water Wars, right? And Storm is a pretty cool character. Her name's Aurora, right? So I was like, man, that's an interesting name for a character. And this goes up on the stand here, and you can put it with water, and it squirts all over the place, and it's super cool. Yeah, I like the waterproof kind of. I don't know if they're waterproof, but they're like supposed to go in the pool and things, and you get ruined that way. But I like those kind of figures. So I found this Storm one, and I said, heck yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll pick that up. So those are the Spider-Man figures I got, the random X-Men figures I got. That should cover everything that has like Spider-Man, Toy Biz, blah, blah, blah. So hopefully I can give this bucket back and I can get my Ninja Turtle one. And I can finally show you some Ninja Turtle stuff. I'm gonna load this up. Can I trade back to that Ninja Turtles bucket now? Yeah? Alright, finally. Perfect. Here, I'll trade you. I'll trade you. You take back this one. Madam Web popcorn bucket. There you go. And I'll take back this Ninja Turtle bucket. Perfect. So now we're back after all that Spider-Man detour. We're back to Ninja Turtles. Spider-Man was cool. I like showing all the different Spider-Man things. Thanks for keeping me focused, Spider-Man. Appreciate that. But now we're back on Ninja Turtles, and I get to show you these super cool, big-ass Ninja Turtle toys, which finally completes the collection of the Toys R Us exclusive, well, Broken Leg, Toys R Us exclusive deluxe Battle Shell figures, because I have Leonardo and Raphael already. I picked up Michelangelo at the Toy Fair for $5. I was like, are you serious? What a deal. And then I went online and I found Donatello because I needed to get the last one. So now I have all 4 of those turtles. I'll definitely show them in the close-up videos with all 4. But yeah, so there's the Toys R Us deluxe figures, and they're super awesome. I got a handful of other Ninja Turtle things here in this bucket. The first of which is this figure, Mondo Gecko from the new movie. I was trying to find him at Target or Walmart because it's kind of a newer thing. He's a pretty interesting character from the new movie, so I found him on the hanging up there, and I was like, wow, a brand new toy. I don't even have to go to a toy fair or online. That's cool. So I found Mondo Gecko, and I picked him up, and I had one other random thing that I found from the toy fair, and that's this that I kept in the bag because I'm too scared to mess around with it. This is the Metal Mutants stuff. I actually saw the armor first, and I said, hey, I know what that is, because my bro is collecting those, and those are hard to find with all the little pieces, stupid little kids. I got the armor for $10. Still got the price tag on it, so that's pretty funny. So here's the lion armor. For Donatello Metal Mutants, and then here's a little Donatello. I found him after that fact, and I said, oh, there he is. All right, sweet. So yeah, this is the Ninja Turtle stuff I found, and I actually found some more stuff at that toy fair, and I'm going to keep using the same bucket because I like it, and it's cool. But I wanted to do the Ninja Turtle stuff first because I was finishing up that show today, which has been super fun. I'll just watch an episode here or there. And then in the 4th season, they end up going into space and fighting the Triceratons, those big old dinosaur freaking aliens. So completed the Toys R Us exclusive deluxe versions of the Battle Shells, Michelangelo, Donatello. I got Raphael and Leonardo on the shelf. Picked up the Mondo Gecko. I keep forgetting his name, that's why I have to look. Mondo Gecko. And then the Lion Spirit armor, Donatello Metal Mutants figure. So this is the Ninja Turtle stuff that I wanted to show. And I also have this random thing that one of the sellers gave me. So from the movie, only in theaters, August 2nd, 2023. Man, feels like that was just yesterday. Look at that. Brand new Ninja Turtles movie came out. That's one of the figures on it. Can I get this to like stick here? Because that would be cool. Rad. Okay, so I got a couple more things from the toy fair. like I said, I was kind of in a mode of like, I don't really know what I'm looking for. And I feel like that put me in a place where maybe I bought some stuff that maybe I shouldn't have, but I mean, I didn't spend like a lot, you know, but it's enough to make me go, oh, I don't know if I wanted to spend that much on some stuff that I'm not really looking for or wanting or whatever, just for a novelty effect. But let me clear the table of this Ninja Turtle stuff. And we'll keep going through our endless bucket of toys. Spirit armor. Yeah, no wonder those things are expensive. All that armor just freaking disappears. Freaking kids, man. All right, so what else do we have in this bucket? Whoa, where did that come from? Okay, so we got a comic book here. Maybe you can see where this is starting to go. This is Lady Death. And I specifically got this too because it's the same issue, but like a variant cover. And here's the variant cover. Lady Demon. So Lady Death gets turned into like a demon through like the devil. I have the Lady Demon figure, but I don't have a Lady Death figure, which is, you know, something I needed to resolve. So I'm sure you saw this right here. So here's Lady Death. And then I found this giant ass Lady Death figure that, like I said, I don't have a Lady Death figure. How many times can I say Lady Death figure? I don't know. But here's a Lady Death figure, and it's freaking giant. And I got this comic like from a random seller in the corner of the toy show. And then this one was from that seller that had all the different Spider-Man stuff, and the husband had passed away and had a bunch of other stuff. So I was like, shoot, I've been looking for like a Lady Death figure, and that's gigantic. I want that. So I picked that up. And then I don't know if you remember these figures that I had from before. So these are the double impact figures. These are like the limited edition silver coating, which are, you know, they're cool. But I wanted the standard ones. All right, double impact. There we go, double impact. So I wanted to get the standard ones. I'm not even going to be able to pretend like they're coming out of the bucket because I have crazy big packaging and big old things. But I found both of these. China and Jazz. They're in freaking perfect condition. And I actually got them through Mercari instead of through eBay, which is so random. They have such random stuff on there sometimes. But yeah, they're perfect condition. They came in these bags. I got them for like an incredible deal. And I just like the backing for the ones that I had were like, one of them I got loose. The other backing was like super trashed. It's super gross, like moldy or some kind of something. And I didn't want to contaminate any other toys, and it just was grossing me out. So I threw it away. So I needed to get a new backing. So I got both of these, China and Jazz. And they look super awesome because they're super clean. And I also got... Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck? What? There's a third triple impact? Who's Alexis? And why is she wearing gold instead of black? Who is that? So that was super random. I actually got all three, super good condition, in a bag. Great deal. I think I got them for less than $10 a piece. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? They were listed for some high price, and then they were like on sale. And I made an offer even though it was on sale too. And I was like, no, I'm just being a dick. I'll just buy them as is. Like, they're already a pretty good deal. So yeah, this just kind of rounds off my Skybolt toys, more action collectibles, Chaos comics. I don't know. I don't know what to call all these because they're kind of made by different people and they have different characters by different comics. So I always just use Skybolt toys because that sounds cool to me. But yeah, got the comic, big ass Lady Death. I already had those other two double impact figures, so I got the carded ones, and then I got an extra one that I didn't even know, like, what was that? What, like, that exists? Okay. So yeah, check this out. Boom, Skybolt Toys Collection expanded, right? Super awesome. So we're going to keep going through the endless bucket of toys. Can you imagine as a kid, an endless bucket of toys, just anything that you imagine or want, just, I want this, and it just appears in the bucket? Like, holy crap, that would have been insane. Let's see what else we got in here. One of the first things that I actually bought when I went to the toy fair was some Nintendo controllers. I don't even have my own Nintendo, but we got the family Nintendo, and some of those controllers are a little janky. So I thought, okay, I'll just pick them up. If not, then I can connect them to the computer, or we can connect them to the family one that we have together. Or I can just hang them up on the wall. I don't know. The nostalgia here is strong with these. So I got those. And then I found a couple Super Nintendo games that I wanted. Got Super Mario Kart, which the last time I played it a couple days ago just to test it out. I was horrible, and I started getting dizzy. And I was like, man, the graphics on this are hurting my head. So I got a little bit of that vertigo or something from our grandma. Our grandma has vertigo, and my brother knows what I'm talking about, but I'll share with whoever else is watching this video. Grandma's got the vertigo, so she can't watch us play any games. Super Nintendo is kind of where we were playing games, and she would get sick. And then I never could really play like the N64. That shit always made me sick as well. But playing this game again, I was like, oh my god, I'm starting to get dizzy, and I'm awful at it. So that sucked, and that was a fun realization. And then I also got this one. It's called Dragon's Lair. I thought it was going to be kind of like the... oh crap, I'm like totally blinking. Hold on. Tip of the tongue syndrome. Dragon's Lair. Why couldn't I remember his name? That sucks. Okay, so I thought it was going to be... So Dragon's Lair is an arcade game, and it has animation by Don Bluth, who did like Land Before Time, All Dogs Go to Heaven, Secret of Nim, just all these great cartoons, right, that rival Disney. Fuck you, Disney. So I thought it was going to be like that, but unfortunately, this game's kind of a rip-off of that. This game's kind of a rip-off. This game was a rip-off. This game is a rip-off and a rip-off of that Don Bluth arcade game called Dragon's Lair. So it has all this cool animation, but it's not like that. It's kind of just like a platformer. So I was like, dang it. I thought it was going to be cool. I should have done my homework, that's what I mean. Like being open to things and buy this, and then you find out it's something else later. It's like, god damn it. But that's okay, because a couple days ago, I got these games come in, or maybe a week ago, I forget. These are reproductions, or at least this one is. It's Chrono Trigger. I ain't gonna pay no $100 for some Chrono Trigger game. Come on now. So I got a reproduction that looks great, plays great. Boom. And then I also got this game. It's The Legend of Zelda All Hallows Eve. Brother Kevin found this. He showed a clip of it in an earlier episode. In an earlier part of this episode, and I said, okay, I gotta grab a copy for me, because I love those Legend of Zelda hacks, and this one is particularly creative. So hopefully you can go check out that clip of my bro playing it, because it looks super awesome. And I've been playing it. I played the first dungeon, and I was like, this is really creative, really awesome game. And I honestly hope that they keep making more, because they're just super fun to play. And I'm like, oh, I know this world, I know these dynamics, I know these mechanics, but when it's like hacked and homebrewed and made different, it just makes it such an interesting experience, because it's nostalgic, but it's also new, right? So that's awesome. Continue on video game themes. You had said before I went to that toy fair, you were like, look for a Hylian shield, look for that Zelda shield, right? So I found a couple figures here. They're actually already in a bag for me. This is from that same seller that I bought the Spider-Man stuff and the big ass Lady Death. So I got, and the swords are a little wonky. I'm gonna have to fix these later somehow. The guy was smart. He like made sure that these were attached. He like glued them kinda, so that way those pieces don't get lost. So Kind of makes them a little funky, but also like those pieces ain't gonna get lost. So I don't know. I feel like it's a win. Pretty smart. So I got this big old link, and I got a smaller link, big link and small link. So same kind of thing. So I tried to look it up, and I got a little confused. I'm like, did they just make like a bigger version and sold it with Ganon? Like, what's going on here? But I also got Zelda, and then I have Young Zelda. So I don't have a Young Link, and that other Link is kind of big, and this one's not Young Link. So I was like, what's going on here? But I'm definitely gonna have to put these up on the shelf because they are pretty rare and they're super cool. I was happy to find them and add them to my collection, throw them on the shelf, right? And then at the very end of the toy fair, I looked down and I saw a Mighty Max thing. Not the craziest, I didn't have it, but I said, oh, that's a McDonald's freaking Abominable Snowman guy. So let's get that one. It's a little yellow, a little janky, but I saw that and I looked down and I said, oh, I gotta grab that. I don't have that guy. And the reason that I ended up picking it up is because I found this bag of Power Rangers Micro Machines figures, and I said, oh, hell yeah. I was like, all right, that's not bad for pricing. So let's pick those up. Came with this Alpha 5 guy. I don't think this is a Micro Machines one, but still pretty cool. Got a Dragon Zord. Bam, 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 bam. Then I looked down on the table and I saw this little, I think it's Zeo. Yeah, Green Ranger Zeo. So that's Adam. So I said, okay, I should grab that. Goldar. Red Power Rangers bike. Tyrannosaurus Rex! So that came with it. Nice little bag of figures. And then a Blue Ranger. Gosh, they're so tiny. They did a pretty good job with these though, because they have like stands. They have like little circles of plastic, so you can actually like stand them up. Am I really doing this right now? Am I really trying to stand up all these figures? What a waste of... Object manipulation is a skill. It's got a Jason, the Red Ranger. He's all tiny. Just one little piece of plastic. And then just one putty. I guess that's all you need. Just one putty. So, oh man, you putty. Come on. Just, there we go. All right, so that was kind of the random stuff at the end that I picked up that I was like, do I really want this stuff? I don't know. The Zelda things, I mean, now that I'm showing it, I'm like, maybe it's not too bad. The Nintendo controllers, it's kind of like, I don't have one, but it's useful. I should grab it. These Link ones, I was like, it's kind of incomplete. I could probably get it in a box if I was more strategic, but they were just right in front of my face, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to grab them so I could throw them on the shelf somewhere. And then the games, like I didn't know Mario Kart was going to hurt my head and I was going to be terrible at it. I thought I could retain those skills for all these years. And then that game, I'm like, God damn it, that's not the right game. I don't even know if they ported that arcade to like a Super Nintendo game. Probably not, right? There's the capabilities, probably not. And then all this kind of randomness of the Power Ranger stuff, I'm like, I don't like that randomness, but let's invite a little bit of randomness in, right? And then this one too, right? A little bit janky, but it was right in front of me, and I said, hey, I'm going to buy those Power Rangers ones. Can you throw in like that dumb little McDonald's Mighty Max thing? Can you toss that in? And he was like, yeah, whatever, fine. Because he knew it was all janky too. But yeah, that's all the random stuff at the end of the toy fair. So I don't know. You tell me. Did I do good? Or did I kind of make some rash decisions? I don't know. So let me clean all this up. I do want to show some of the stuff from Spider-Man over here. So I want to see that mask, bro, and I want to see that web shooter. So you better share. Let me check it out. So let me clean up first, and then you can kind of show me that stuff, yeah? All right, dope. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So let's see. Throw this stuff back in the bucket. Back in the bags, back in the bucket. So see, we got some video game stuff. Tie it back into the P1 push start theme, which we use loosely for this episode to justify talking about something we want to talk about. But I tried to go to that toy fair looking for games. I saw a Nintendo action set the first day, and when I made it back the second day, it was gone. But I probably wouldn't have bought it. Like, I'm not trying to get a box craziness. I'm trying to just get some stuff that I can play and, you know, do my thing. Get this all clean. Nice and clean. Before we borrow some of the Spider-Man gear from Spider-Man over here, I do have one last kind of random thing. Don't think you're going to guess what it is, so I'm just going to show it. Got a Little Nemo VHS. They came out with that new movie, Slumberland. Who is in that? What's his name? Fuck. This is useful having a laptop right here, because can't remember stuff. And I'm like, I should just look it up because I don't remember. Jason Momoa. I'm not super familiar with that guy, so I completely forgot his name. So Jason Momoa plays Flip. It's a variation on the story for sure. But even like this movie based off that comic book strip, right, is a little bit different. So this is definitely one of my favorite films of all time. Little Nemo, Adventures in Slumberland. I wanted to pick up the VHS. This one was super cheap. It's a little janky. It's a little messed up, but I can definitely replace the case later. But I think what sold me was that, first of all, it's Little Nemo, one of my favorite movies of all time. Look at that janky-ass VHS. It's got a Blockbuster sticker on it. So I said, oh, man, this is the one for me. I wanted to get that Blockbuster sticker on this because I used to work there, right? So I was like, okay, Little Nemo, just saw Slumberland. Interesting movie. The first time I saw it, I really didn't dig it because I wanted it to be more like this, but I watched it again, and I actually thought it was pretty cool. So this one's got the Blockbuster sticker on it. Gonna add that to my VHS stuff, and I completely forgot about that. I left it on the table over here, and I was like, okay, before we do the Spider-Man stuff, let me show this random-ass VHS. All right, so Spider-Man stuff. All right, let's take a closer look at some of this Spider-Man stuff that this Spider-Man guy has got over here. Where did you get that other mask? Okay, well, cool. Let me see this one, I guess. All right, so there's something in here I see already. It's like a ring type of thing. Put it on your finger, just like that. So here's the mask. Just kind of slips on the back. And I guess there's some buttons on here. So, all right, left one moves the left eye. Right one moves the right eye. Top button does that weird thing. Then bottom button makes you focus. Pretty cool. That's rad. All right, well, let me see that other one. Wait, where'd you get that mask? That's not even the same franchise. What the heck? All right, well, let me see that one at least. All right, so we got the same thing. It's got like a ring in it. Put it on your finger. I'm guessing it'll be kind of the same thing. Left. Oh, did I do that upside down? All right, left, right. Okay, that's the bottom now. And the top does the focus. Cool. So there is Spider-Man mask. Regular Spider-Man, I guess. And then we got the Miles Morales variant mask that I didn't know that you had, but apparently you had it, so you could wear something without me knowing your identity because it's secret. It's a secret identity, so it must remain a secret. All right, cool. So we got those two masks. Pretty awesome. I noticed over there that there were some boxes, so I grabbed the boxes when Spider-Man wasn't looking, because these are what these come in. So here's the boxes for these. Spider-Man visor, one for Miles Morales, and one for just Peter Parker. So Peter Parker visor and the Miles Morales visor. So these are pretty awesome. Do you mind if I check out that web shooter? Yeah? All right, dope. Oh, you make me really reach for it, friend. All right, so here's the web shooter. This is super awesome. Are you kidding me right now? So it just straps on. And I see the little release there. So looks like it's already loaded. Boo! Wow, that was like almost a perfect shot. And then there's a button right here that you just push it, and then it brings it up, and there's a spring there. So I'm guessing you just push it in, and then there you go. So I see a little magnet on the end of this, so that must have been how Spider-Man was able to get that Ninja Turtles popcorn bucket, because it's made out of metal. It's tin, and then the Madam Web one is plastic. So yeah, sweet. Oh, oops. Crap. Got stuck to the... Wow, that was pretty strong magnet. Well, awesome. So hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. I went through a gambit of stuff. I don't have a Gambit figure, but I went through a gambit of stuff because I don't collect X-Men. So lots of Spider-Man. Lots of Spider-Man. Starting with Spider-Man. Try to start with Ninja Turtles. Starting with Spider-Man. Ending with Spider-Man. Was watching super lot of Ninja Turtles last night. Finished off season 4 today of the 2012 series. That was super fun. So I showed some Ninja Turtle stuff. Showed some Sable toy stuff. Had some video game stuff because this is P1 push start. Found some Zelda figures. Found some Micro Machines Power Rangers. Got a couple video games that came in. That was super cool. But yeah, man, it's been pretty crazy the past couple of months. I had too much stuff and I was like saving it. And then I went to the toy fair and I got some more stuff. I got some more stuff in. So I figured, what the hell? Let's just all round it all up and put it into one episode, right? So I can just go through all of it. So with all that being said, webs out. Peace out.
失礼します。失礼します。八景様。八景。
Michelangelo?
Yes, Master Splinter?
Something deeply troubles you, my son.
Growing up. I don't think I'll ever laugh again.
Yo, dude!
Huh? Yo, dude!
Just like Elvis in Blue Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
I saw it on cable. Oh, hey, Mikey!
Huh? Ralph? Donnie? Leo? What?
Get into the sound, keep rolling the tune. Feel like you're the whole time, just feel only for you. Get into the sound, keep rolling the tune. Feel like